new political dispute is unfolding in Kenya's Mount Kenya region, orchestrated by the President William Ruto. A senior political leader has accused the country's president of attempting to divide one of the nation's most influential voting blocs. The claims are adding fresh tension to an already shifting political landscape. Former Deputy President Gachagua has publicly accused President William Ruto of attempting to politically divide the Mount Kenya region into eastern and western blocs, warning that such efforts will not succeed. The remarks were issued on Monday, March 9th through a statement posted on social media. In the message, the leader of the Democracy for the Citizens Party claimed the alleged strategy to being implemented through the Deputy President Kindiki, whom he accused of advancing the political agenda. The accusations highlight rising political tensions within one of the Kenya's most influential regions ahead of the future national elections. The Mount Kenya region has long held a central role in Kenya's political landscape. With millions of voters spread across several counties, the region often carries significant influence in national elections. Political leaders from across the country frequently focus their attention on the area because of its electoral strength and historical political influence. Now, the region is once again at the center of a growing political debate. Former Deputy President Gachagua has accused President William Ruto of pursuing a strategy aimed at dividing the Mount Kenya region into two political zones, east and west. According to Gachagua, the move is designed to reshape the region's political alignment, and his comments were shared in a strongly worded social media statement. In the statement, the former deputy president described the alleged plan as effective and unlikely to succeed. He suggested that the social and cultural ties within the Mount Kenya communities are too strong to be easily separated through political maneuvering. Gachagua also claimed that the Deputy President Kindiki is playing a role in advancing the strategy. According to the former Deputy President, Kindiki is acting on behalf of the President in efforts to promote what he described as a political restructuring of the region. The accusations represent one of the most direct criticisms the former Deputy President has made against the current administration in recent months. The political dispute comes at the time when political activity in the Mount Kenya region has begun to intensify. Leaders aligned with the government have recently conducted a series of political tours in counties within the eastern part of the region. Among the areas visited are Meru County and Tharaka Nithi County. The visits involved public engagements and meetings with local leaders and residents. Observers say such tours are often part of the broader efforts to strengthen political support ahead of the future elections. Although the next general election is still some time away, political leaders across the country have already begun positioning themselves and their alliances. For many analysts, the Mount Kenya region remains one of the most strategically important areas in that political calculation. Its voting power has historically played a key role in determining national election outcomes. Because of that influence, unity within the region has often been a major political consideration. Gachagua's latest remarks suggest concern about attempts to alter that political balance. According to him, dividing the region into separate political blocs would weaken its effective or the collective influence, and in his view, such a move could reshape the region's political voice in national decision-making. The former deputy president also suggested that the alleged strategy is aimed at reducing the strength of the political opposition within the region. By reorganizing the political landscape, he argued that the administration could consolidate support and maintain a stronger grip on regional politics. The statement reflects the growing tension between competing political interests within the region. Mount Kenya has long been known for its strong sense of regional identity, and community ties, shared history, and economic connections have contributed to that identity over many years. Political leaders from the region often emphasize unity when addressing national issues, and that is the one reason why the idea of dividing the region politically has drawn attention. For residents, the discussion is not only about politics but also about identity and representation. Many communities across the region share cultural links that cross county boundaries, and those connections have often shaped how political alliances are formed. At the same time, the region itself is diverse, and different counties have their own local priorities, economic concerns, and political leaders. Political tours and outreach efforts often focus on those local dynamics. Recent visits by the government leaders to Meru and Tharaka Nithi counties have been interpreted by some observers as efforts to strengthen political networks in the eastern side of the region. Such visits are common in Kenyan politics, especially as leaders seek to build a relationship with their communities and local officials. But in the current environment, they have also become part of the broader political conversation. That conversation is increasingly focused on how alliances will evolve ahead of the next general election. The Mount Kenya region is expected to play a significant role in shaping those alliances. Political leaders are aware that support from the region can influence national outcomes. And because of that, competition for political influence in the area has really intensified. And Gachagua's remarks reflect that growing competition. They also highlight the complex relationships that often develop within political coalitions. And as a former deputy president, Gachagua remains a prominent political figure with strong connections in the Mount Kenya region. His comments carry weight among supporters and political observers alike. The debate now unfolding is part of the broader political realignment that often takes place between election cycles. Across Kenya, political leaders regularly reorganize alliances and strategies as they prepare for future contests. Regional influence, party structures, and leadership dynamics all play a role in that process. For the residents of the Mount Kenya region, these political developments are closely watched, and the area's farmers, traders, and business communities rely on stable leadership and effective representation. Political unity can influence development priorities and economic programs, and at the same time, internal politics debates are not unusual in the democracy. Different leaders often present competing divisions and visions for how regions should engage with national politics, and such debates can shape how communities define their political direction. As the country gradually moves towards another election cycle, discussions about regional unity and political representation are likely to continue. Leaders from across the political spectrum will continue to engage with the communities, hold meetings, and also outline their visions for the future. The Mount Kenya region will remain central stage in that process. Its voters, leaders, and communities will play a significant role in shaping Kenya's political direction in the years ahead. For now, the accusations made by Rigathi Gachagua have added a new layer of tension to the evolving political figure. They have also brought renewed attention to the strategic importance of the region in national politics. And as political voices grow louder across the Mount Kenya region, the debate unfolding today may shape not only regional unity but the direction of the Kenya's political future. That is all for today from Kenya Lens Media. My name is Edwin Mokaya.